lot of things happening in Ross County, and it's very, very exciting for us involved and everybody that it's going to be a bad time. We're going to talk about the commissioners first. We have the commission. First, I think we need to give homage to our good friend Dwight Garrett, who retired from being a commissioner. Now he's working in the Department of Education in Columbus. But what a friend, mentor, and just a calm guiding hand on a commissioner's office. So we want to pay homage to Dwight. And then in the same breath, we want to welcome David Glass. David is a great young man, wise beyond his years, has a ton of economic development experience, has done some great things in Pickaway County, and I'm proud to serve with you, sir. Welcome. So the ACGP grants. I don't know of any controversies that are happening right now, but I think that the application that Ross County put together was a combination of 12 counties and 30 individual projects, including those in Chillicothe and Ross County. And we had to hire in our planning and development department to have some augmentation to help manage those projects, because that single application needs to be not only seen through the conceptual estimates and design that were submitted 3 years ago, and 3 years ago, inflation and wage and all the things that went into the pricing of it to determine how much we got awarded for the project. But it also now is in design engineering, architectural and engineering design, which is a lot more precise and cost measurements and how much it's actually going to cost. So we have to kind of squeeze everything down into what money we got allocated, and doing that 30 times over is a monumental task for our planning development. But they're handling it. We hired John Hemmings from OBRDC. He's doing the out-of-county management of that, and then the Devin Shoemaker, so where that guy gets his interview, he does an amazing job as well. So we're in good hands with all of that. Then we have the comprehensive plan. Comprehensive plan was our contingency design plan if we did not get any Appalachian money. Well, we didn't expect 154 million out of the 500 million, but we put together a comprehensive plan at the same time to future task Ross County with what it would look like in 20 years. And that comes in 8 different areas: land use, economic development, housing, thoroughfare plan, transportation, healthy community, environmental, and farmland preservation. So when you put together a strategic plan like that for the next 10, 20 years, that's very complicated as well. And Devin put that together, and when we got the Appalachian Award, I said, guess what? We're going to do that comprehensive plan thing for 2. So Devin and John are delighted with that, and doing a good job together and pulling it all together. The meeting transparency. Commissioner meetings are pretty well, they're unattended. It's not like city council where you have pitchforks and torch. I mean, a large audience coming. It's sparsely populated. The Gazette comes in every once in a while. Kevin comes in for iHeart, and that's about it. It's just those attendees and presenting. So we wanted to get that out there. We wanted to be more transparent in how we were doing what we were doing, especially with so much going on in the county. So we now televise our meetings just like the city does for their city council meetings on YouTube. And I had an interesting conversation yesterday with a gentleman that said our meeting documents were not complete enough. So we're going to use AI and a direct transcript of every word that is said in our meeting and make that available to the county folks so that you know exactly how we get to the decisions that we make there. So that's ever changing as well. We'll be doing a courthouse renovation very shortly. Downtown, beautiful place, and we need to take care of the government buildings. It's been 20 years since the courthouse had any kind of work done to it. We have windows, roof, border. Just things to keep that beautiful building together and beautiful for another 20 years. LCMB building, kind of don't know what we're doing there yet, but you can buy a building downtown for $300,000. It's worth to take a good look at it. So I don't know if that's going to be just renovated and moved into by the administration office, because the judges want to put all the judges and all the judicial in the courthouse. Funny, it's called a courthouse, the court should be in there. But the administration building is in the same block. We own all the buildings from the corner back through the bank, and it just makes a good little campus for the county. And we can consolidate in terms of other buildings that we habitate back into businesses that produce revenue for the city. So we're looking at that. It may end up being a parking garage. We might move someplace else with county offices. We don't know yet, but we're looking at that. State Route 104 sewer system. That is a new sewer line going in from the airport on Stone Road down 104 all the way to CCI Water Treatment Center, or station there. So we're going to make use of a very under capacity sanitary sewer system, plant, and run lines down 104 for future development. That's kind of the final piece in that pie. We have electric, we have gas, we have water, we need sewer. So that's going to be a real focal point of development going forward with housing, maybe some increased industrial growth in the industrial park. But that's pretty exciting. And you should see dirt start turning on that by sometime this summer. Shoemaker Airport. You want to talk about a gem in the rough here. That airport is something special. And we have the widest, longest runway in southeastern Ohio. And we can handle jet traffic as well as prop traffic. So within the same footprint, we're not going after any surrounding land of the airport again. But on the existing land, we're going to look at adding more hangars. We're going to look at pilot lessons. We have 3 instructors that want to do pilot lesson training at our airport. A restaurant, fly-ins. We don't know what exactly that's going to look like right now, but we're redoing the runway and the blast pad this summer, and so we're going to start down that direction and get more features and more activity. We have a new communications manager that works for the county. We decided that we didn't want to leave our future reputation at the hands of Newsbreak or Silent Valley Guardian, so and all the good news that was published there. So we decided to design our own communication service, a social media arm of the Chillicothe County Commissioners, and inform everybody of the good work that we're doing. And have a positive page, and a page that you can reciprocate on and tell us what you think. So she's going to be in charge of that. Sarah Wood's her name, and she's doing a good job putting that together so far. Main shelter, this last week we extended our donations to the building, the new humane shelter, for another 3 years, and that will complete that project. So we're very happy to do that, and looking forward to have a new modern building out there that's not kind of falling down. So that'll be a good addition. Emergency Management Agency, we hired Mark Thompson, who was a former State Highway Patrol agent, post commander, very professional, very exact, very SOP kind of guy, and he is doing remarkable things for the agency responsible to bring everything together with local resources when things go sideways. We have a plane drop down in the middle of the county, natural disaster, tornadoes. Who was talking about earthquakes 2 years ago? I mean, that was kind of weird having an earthquake. So anyway, we're beefing that up and getting our emergency first responders ready to react in time. Building department, I won't talk about zoning codes or anything like that. That was our October 13th moment. But we are expanding and letting our people do some work outside the county, and that really reduces the cost of that agency by having outside county and cities pay for our services. So it lowers the exposure for Ross County citizens to pay on that department. So that's a good thing, and utilize the resources that we have there. And finally, for the commissioners, the piggyback tax. I don't know if you've heard about that. There was a resolution back in 1979. The commissioners decided that we needed to invest in the roadways of the townships and allocated 13% for road repair and culvert repair. And there's 16 townships in Ross County, and somehow, some way around 2004, that money went away. And we originally got that money from a percentage, 0.5% of the sales tax. And that was a significant amount. Last year we calculated that to be $880,000 for 2024. And what we had been given was $149,000 split between 16 townships. So $9,300 a piece. You can't do much on road repair with that. So, but we, you know, the comprehensive plan with the ACDP projects that are going on in the county, our roadways are the welcome mat to the county, no matter where you're driving on. If they're not in good shape, you remember that. If they're in good shape, you remember that. And we want that to be a good memory. So the county commissioners have decided to revive that resolution with some modifications, that we put that money back into the townships to do road improvements. So first year, we were at a township meeting last night. It was a real calm meeting, wasn't it, David? A little bit, yeah. You know, the amounts have been awarded by road mileage. So whoever had the most road surface way in their township, they got the larger percentage of that sales tax. So the small townships, you don't get so much, a couple $1,000. But all the townships agreed last night that they would evenly distribute that 16 ways at $880,000. 16 ways is about $55,000 a piece, so that the smaller townships could finally start doing something after 22 years without hardly anything, and start making road improvements. So I thought that was remarkable. Some of the larger townships gave up considerable funding to play together and be a team, one team for Ross County. So we owe a lot of gratitude to the trustees who came to that decision, and you're going to see improvements on township roads.